Prince William breaks his silence. The truth about Harry and Meghan shocks the palace. For years, Prince William remained the one steady figure in a royal family torn by scandals, allegations, and the relentless storm brought on by Harry and Meghan's departure. While tabloids shouted, while documentaries aired, while interviews shook the institution, William said nothing. Not a word. Not even when the criticism was pointed directly at him, at Catherine, or at the future of the monarchy itself. But that silence has finally ended. And what William has revealed, calmly, quietly, and with unmistakable weight, is sending shockwaves through Buckingham Palace, a fracture years in the making. Royal insiders always said William felt two responsibilities pulling at him, one as a brother and one as the future king. For a while, he tried to be both. When Meghan first joined the family, William reportedly did what he always does. He observed. He listened. He tried to help where he could. But even then, sources say he sensed a storm coming. Not because of who Meghan was, but because of how quickly everything escalated. Staff turnover, media fights, tensions behind closed doors. Every week brought something new, and William, who values structure, discipline, tradition, found himself watching the monarchy he grew up protecting suddenly wobble. But through it all, he stayed silent. He refused interviews. He declined rebuttals. He told aides, "We will not escalate this." Yet Harry and Meghan escalated everything. The breaking point, the Oprah interview. When Harry and Meghan sat down with Oprah in 2021, something broke inside William. Not simply because of the accusations, the racism allegation, the claims of neglect, but because of who delivered them, his own brother. William was blindsided. Palace staff were shocked, and Catherine, who had carried the weight of royal duty with grace for years, suddenly became the target of international outrage based on a single accusation delivered without context. William wanted to respond. He wanted to defend his wife. He wanted to defend the institution. But senior advisors urged silence. Tradition demanded it. Harry and Meghan spoke, and William swallowed the blow. But insiders say at that moment, the Windsor bond between the two brothers, the one forged by tragedy, strengthened through the loss of their mother, shattered. Why William stayed silent until now. For 3 years, William maintained what many inside the palace call the firm line of dignity. He kept working. He kept representing the crown. He kept supporting Catherine publicly as she faced health battles and relentless pressure. But the more he stayed silent, the more the media narrative twisted. Harry and Meghan controlled the story. William lived with the consequences. Behind palace walls, staff noticed the shift. William was no longer simply disappointed. He was heartbroken. Heartbroken that Harry had chosen cameras over conversations. Heartbroken that Meghan continually framed the family as villains. Heartbroken that every attempt at reconciliation was met with a new interview, a new accusation, a new spotlight bombshell. And eventually, silence was no longer sustainable. William finally speaks. In late 2025, during what was expected to be a routine closed-door meeting with senior advisors, William made a decision that stunned everyone in the room. He said, "I've let this go on long enough. People deserve the truth, and Catherine deserves fairness." And for the first time since the rift began, William allowed his thoughts to be shared publicly through palace channels. Not an attack, not a counter-accusation, not a tabloid leak, but a calm, measured statement of fact, the kind only a future king could make. And here is the truth William revealed. Truth number 1. We tried to help Harry and Meghan more than anyone will ever know. According to William, contrary to public belief, the palace made extensive efforts to support the couple. Private meetings, counseling offers, staff restructuring, media intervention attempts, direct negotiations with press editors, security accommodations, scheduling adjustments to ease Meghan's transition. William explained that the narrative of "we were left unprotected" was simply not accurate. He said, word for word, "We moved mountains behind the scenes. My brother knows this." Truth number 2. No one in this family is racist. This was the moment that stunned even the most seasoned royal watchers. William clarified something that the monarchy had avoided addressing directly. Concerns about the baby's skin color were never raised in the way it was claimed. Discussions about physical features are common in every family. It was twisted into something it was not. He refused to name the person Harry and Meghan implied. not because he was hiding them, but because the entire premise was false. Insiders say this was the line that broke years of enforced silence because it harmed the monarchy's global standing. Truth number 3. Catherine was wrongly attacked. William directly addressed the claim that Catherine made Meghan cry during a pre-wedding disagreement. His response, "Catherine tried to support her. The events were portrayed inaccurately. My wife has shown dignity throughout this ordeal." This was the first time William publicly defended Catherine against Meghan's accusations. Staff say Catherine cried for days after the Oprah interview, not because of the allegation itself, but because Harry allowed it to air. William never forgot that. Truth number 4. We invited reconciliation. It was rejected. From 2020 to 2023, the palace extended multiple olive branches, an invitation to return as part-time royals, offers for mediation, private family discussions, even a proposal for shared charitable projects. Every offer was turned down. Instead, the couple chose a Netflix deal, a Spotify deal, multiple interviews, Harry's memoir, Spare. Additional documentary allegations. William said quietly, "You cannot heal a wound while someone keeps reopening it for profit." Truth number 5. The monarchy itself is now at risk. This was William's most sobering revelation. He believes the ongoing rift is not just a family dispute, it has damaged the crown's global reputation. He explained, "A monarchy survives on trust and stability. We cannot endure constant attacks from within. My duty is to protect the institution, even when it means protecting it from my own brother." Those words landed like an earthquake, because never in modern royal history has a future king admitted that a member of his own family poses a threat to the stability of the monarchy. Where things stand now, insiders say William's statement wasn't made out of anger, but necessity. He's preparing for the future, for the throne, for a monarchy that must now rebuild credibility. As for Harry, sources say William loves him deeply, but no longer trusts him. And Meghan, palace aides believe William sees reconciliation with her as nearly impossible. What comes next is uncertain. The rift is deeper than ever. The public now knows that William's silence all these years wasn't weakness, it was restraint. And now that he's spoken, the narrative is changing. Final line, "Family will always matter," William said, "but so will the truth." And for the first time since this royal war began, the world is finally hearing William's side.